welcome you all for that Medley Toastmasters meeting club, meeting number 837. Myself Rajesh Mohan, I am the Sergeant of for this club. So my role is to silently stare at the people who is scrolling the mobile. No, I mean just a peacekeeper. Okay. So before we begin our meeting, let me give you a few ground rules. Please put your mobile on silent mode or switch off the mobile. I will give you 10 seconds. Thank you. So our club consists of various people from diverse backgrounds. To maintain a respectful environment, please refrain talking about sex, religion and politics. And refrain from moving around while somebody is speaking in the stage. Fourth one. For our usual club meetings, business casuals are the ideal dress code, not this. Apologies for that. So now let us remind ourselves of the Toastmasters International mission. We empower people to become effective communicators and leaders by providing a supporting environment that fosters personal growth and great self-confidence. With that uplifting note, I like to introduce our presiding officer for the day. She's been a Toastmaster for last 2 years, and now our dynamic president of our club and smiling star. Let's welcome Toastmaster Anuradha.
Thank you, Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Rajesh for setting the stage and explaining the ground rules. Good afternoon, Medley family members and my dear guests.
Good afternoon.
With the sound of this gavel, I declare meeting number 837 open. Thus, I like to recognize the dignitaries present here. Distinguished Toastmaster Sampath Saurirajan, our chartered member of Medley Toastmaster Club. Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas T. Abraham, PR Manager, District, and our seasoned Toastmaster Venkateshan, immediate past President Toastmaster Prada. I welcome all of you and my dear Medley family members and guests. Welcome all of you to today's meeting. So before starting, I like to invite few guests to introduce themselves. Can I have Mr. Karthik?
Hello.
Please come here. Tell us about yourself, how you come to Medley and what is your expectation here.
Hello. My name is Karthik. I am staying in Adar. I am basically from mechanical background. I am working in Caterpillar India private sector. Actually, in my office also have Toastmaster club. So I attend their 3 to 4 section. But after going there only, I analyze like if coming to my own project or some other team meeting things, it is okay for me to communicate there. Why? Because I know the content there. But coming to table topics or some other new topics means I am very struggling to speaking there actually. It's very it's like a blind to me actually. Why? Because I don't know the content right. So overcome that I choose this place to try those things. So I know this Toastmaster from one of my friends and also I searched in Google. So search this place. So thank you.
Can we have Mr. Yogesh?
Hello everyone, my name is Yogeshwaran. I have been part of a Toastmasters club in Bangalore. It was before COVID. That time I was working with Mercedes-Benz R&D in Bangalore. 2 years back I shifted my family base to Chennai. So now I live in Tadambur. near Siruseri. Close to that locality, I couldn't find a club of my liking. Then some weeks back, a friend, Arumugam, had suggested me this Toastmasters club. Yeah, I just want to try being part of this club.
So other guests will be given chance during PT session and at the end of the meeting. So now let us start. What is the specialty of today? Actually, Toastmaster Saravanan is not here. He is a day specialist of Medley. What is the special day today? International Yoga Day. So International Yoga Day was started by our Honorable Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi in 2014. He proposed this in UN Assembly and it was accepted by many countries and it is now considered as, and we are celebrating as International Yoga Day from 2014 by many countries to improve our physical health and mental health. And do you know the reason why June 21st is chosen to celebrate Yoga Day? Yes, that is. In Northern Hemisphere, during summer, this is the longest day. So that's why they have chosen in order of it reflects light, energy and balance. This is the longest day which reflects light, energy and balance. So they chose this day as an International Yoga Day and it's celebrated from 2015 in many countries. And basically it is to improve our physical and mental health. And apart from for yoga, we need our both mind and body to combine. So it's called mind-body medicine. We can't do like a physical exercise. Physical exercise most of us are doing. We are walking by hearing songs. We are doing workouts in gym by hearing songs or chatting with our friends. But yoga, we can't do like that. We have to we have to bring our both mind and body together. Then only we can do this yoga. So where else you can, we need to put our mind and body together to improve ourselves apart from yoga. Yoga is to improve our physical health and mental health. For that, definitely we should be mindful. Where else we can involve our both body and mind. In fact, we can achieve only by involving both mind and body. Where? Here in Toastmasters. Toastmasters for doing any role, starting from Sergeant at Arms till tag role. We can't do thinking some other thing. We have to put our mind and body. We have to maintain our physical gesture and vocal variety, body language. For that we need our mind. So this is also a type of yoga, mindfulness. So yoga will improve our physical and mental health, whereas Toastmasters will improve our leadership skill and communication skill. And for that what we need, first is a positive mindset. To do yoga, all of us cannot do yoga, only those who want to improve our physical and mental health. Once they think it as a positive one, they only can do it. Likewise, not all people come to Toastmasters, only those who are interested, really interested to join Toastmasters only coming as guests. So positive mindset is common for yoga and Toastmasters. Next is mindfulness. So whatever you do, yoga, whatever pose you do, we should be mindful. Likewise in Toastmasters, we should be mindful throughout the meeting. Second is flexibility. Yoga, there is no hard and fast rules. Nothing is perfect. We have to improvise. We are the competitors for ourselves. We are not comparing with others. Likewise in Toastmasters, we are the competitors for ourselves. We are not comparing with others. We should improve day by day. So that is another similarity. Next is time and effort. Yoga, as long as you spend the time and do the yoga, your physical and mental health will improve. Likewise in Toastmaster, the duration of time, and the effort you are putting in Toastmasters is directly proportionate to your growth. Then next is, yoga cannot be done alone or using YouTube channel. This should be done under a proper, perfect trainer. Likewise, Toastmasters also, we can't become Toastmasters by seeing videos of Medley Toastmaster Club. We need our mentor, proper mentor to guide us. And another is, when you do yoga and leave it for few months or years, and again if you try to do, easily we can do because of the muscle memory. And in Toastmasters also, once you become Toastmasters, lifelong we are Toastmasters. The skill which we are learning in Toastmasters will be there throughout our life. So, come to Toastmasters with a positive mindset and learn. And another thing is, you invest your time and effort. Based on that, your growth will be there. Another thing is consistency. When you are consistent in Toastmasters and taking up roles or in your speech preparation, then your growth will be accordingly. So remember this. So this is the similarity between the yoga and Toastmasters. As a yoga practitioner for past 30 years and Toastmasters for 3 years, from morning I thought these similarities and I like to share with you all. So with this, I hand over the session to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Kritika.
Hello everybody. I would like to share the schedule for today. So we have the first part, which is the prepared speeches, and then we have the favorite topics session, which is for us to improve, in case we have any impromptu speeches to help us not be anxious. And then the third part, we have the evaluation round, where we have evaluators who will evaluate the speech. And the last part is the special session by our eminent past president, Toastmaster Pravda. So now coming to the theme of the day, which is collective responsibility, I would just like to ask you, in your school, when you were in school, I'm sure you all have been a part of the group school project, in the sense that like when you had to do a group project in school, did you face any kind of situation where there will be a handful where they will do their work? There will also be another handful where last minute they will just show up and just do some work, and then there will be others who will just disappear, and then you will not know where they went. So now that is the point about collective responsibility. It is the part where you take the ownership and you have the trust as well as unity to show that you stand strong as a group and not as an individual. So now moving forward, I would like to introduce our general evaluator, Ms. GPM Thomas. I'll just like to share an introduction about Mr. Thomas. He is a veteran communicator combining text, photography, voice and design. He is a former communications director in Ashok Leyland. When I had asked him what does he think about collective responsibility, he says that systems work, teams succeed, and the countries progress when individuals realize the importance of collective responsibility. And he also believes that true leaders make individuals believe so. So on to District Toastmaster Thomas.
Thank you very much, GMOD. Good afternoon, dear friends. Collective responsibility. What are we talking about? A Toastmaster meeting to me is one of the best examples of collective responsibility. The TMOD starts off, and then here I am to take part of the, take care of the other half, not the better half, the other half of evaluations. I have a team. Before that, allow me to say just one thing. Collective responsibility. Even here, it's our collective responsibility as role players to ensure a good meeting, a quality meeting, and keep time. Keeping time is the way we respect individuals. To do that, each of us should know our roles. And I'm so glad that the new VPE to be has already shared the roles so that we know what to do. That's the only way he can control the totality of time which he has drawn up in a schedule. So let's respect that, and starting with, let me first of all introduce the timer for the day. The timer for the day is Toastmaster Pradeep. He has 14 years of experience in sales, and he works in Butterfly. Therefore, he loves travel. Especially, you will soon hear the sound that he wants to produce when he travels. If he had another life, I asked him, if he had another life, he would like to be an actor in Kollywood. Most probably, he would like to be in the remake of Anbe Shiva. Am I right? We look forward to it. Now, to my question, does collective responsibility solve problems? He gave 100% yes to it. So over to the timer to explain his role today.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster and dear guests. For benefit of new joiners, new members and the guests, let me tell you that in Toastmaster, every single second is countable. And today, I am going to do that. I am going to count every single second. As a timer, my responsibility is to keep tracking on all the duration of speech, table topic sessions and evaluation. And of course, I will also support all the speakers with help of these three tricards. Let's say, for example, so that they can manage their speech. Green card will help you to tell that they are reached to their qualified time. Yellow card will tell that you have to wrap up your speech. And red card time will help us to tell that you have reached your maximum time limit. Let's say if you are in table topics, it will give you 2 minutes of time. So at 1 minute I will show you a green card, and 1 minute 30 seconds I will show you yellow card, and at 2 minutes I will show you red card. And if there is a prepared speech, then you will have a 5 to 7 minutes of time. At 5 minutes I will show you green card, 6 minutes I will show you yellow card, and at 7 minutes I will show you red card. For evaluators, you will have 2 to 3 minutes of time. At 2 minutes I will show you green card, 2 minutes 30 seconds I will show you yellow card, and at 3 minutes I will show you red card. So before leaving the stage, I just want to tell that every great speech has one common thing: it ends on time. So I believe that everybody will try to give their great speech today. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much, timer. He is also generous enough to give us all 30 seconds grace after the reds is up. We now move on to the grammarian, Toastmaster Alagiri. I'm sorry, the R-counter is Toastmaster Alagiri. Please help me. Okay, yeah, sure, here we are. Toastmaster Alagiri. May I ask you, if you have a second chance, what would you like to be?
I would like to be a more assertive person and also able to articulate what are the needs in a way we express it.
Over to you to explain the EG. Sorry, to the R-counter.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guest. The purpose of the R counter is to make note of catchwords or filler words while any speech is being delivered. So what we mean by catchwords is any word or phrase that is being overused to make it a filler word. Say and, well, so, but. These are some words we use as filler words while delivering our speech. Apart from that, I'll also make note of the filler sounds like So these are some of the filler words that are being repeatedly used by speakers while delivering the speech. So I will make note of each of these filler words and filler sounds. Apart from that, I will also make note of some of the repeated phrases which any speaker would speak like, I, but, you know. So these are some of the repeated phrases which will be used. So I will also be noting down if there is somebody who is delivering a very clear speech. I wish you all the very best to deliver a clear speech without be conscious of not using the filler words and filler sounds. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We now have the third of the tag team members, the grammarian. That role today is being played by Toastmaster Alagiri. He hails from Kalakuruchi. He has a background in yoga. How very appropriate. Compliments to the BPE for selecting you on Yoga Day. And sports. Fantastic combination. And his favorite quote, he says, once a year, go someplace you have never been to. And as to the second chance, grammarian would like to have been a journalist otherwise. I think there is fantastic compatibility. As to the question I asked about the theme, he agreed generally, but he's cautious. He says there are some conditions to be fulfilled, which is always a safe thing to say. Over to the grammarian to tell us what we can expect from you and what you expect from us.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. Happy International Yoga Day. Today I am going to play the role of grammarian. As grammarian, it is my responsibility to pay close attention to all speakers, listening carefully to their language usages. I will take note of all misuses of the English languages as well as outstanding words, quotes, sayings or thoughts. For today's meeting, the word is eloquent, which means fluent or persuasive in speaking or writing. An example of using the word is his eloquent speech moved the entire audience and earned a standing ovation. Another example, she delivered an eloquent explanation that clarified a complex issue for everyone. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day, which I will note and I will applaud and appreciate them during my grammarian report. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Inspired by you, we would try to be present today an eloquent demonstration of collective responsibility. This is another collective responsibility, but individually managed. So that's where we are, and we will all be back. This team will be back when called upon by the presiding officer or the GE. Over to you. Thank you.
Now we should move to the prepared speeches. I would like to introduce the first speaker of the day, Toastmasters Supraja. She is a strategy and a consulting professional working in the IT sector. When I asked her what she thinks about collective responsibility, she says that it is about commitment, working towards a common goal consistently. Before her speech, I would just like to call upon her evaluator who shared her project details. Evaluators?
Toastmaster Rohit.
Yeah, Toastmaster Rohit.
Very good afternoon. Today I'll be evaluating Toastmaster Supraja. Toastmaster Supraja will be delivering a speech from Pathway Presentation Mastery Level 1. Project name is Introduction to Vocal Variety and body language. So, timer, please note the duration is 5 to 7 minutes. The purpose of Toastmaster Supraja's project today is for the member to practice using vocal variety or body language to enhance speech on the very best Toastmaster Supraja.
I shall now call upon Toastmaster Supraja to come onto the stage and give her a speech. So her topic of the speech is when gravity taught me to rise. All the best.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Have you ever given an advice that actually came to bite you? Well, I gave a motivational speech to my friends, and little did I know that it would come back to bite. Let me take you back to my college days when I was pursuing my master's. And I had a very close group of friends. One night, we were getting together and we were talking about very philosophical things about life, very passionate discussions. And this friend of mine, he just casually asked everybody, what is your biggest fear in life? I thought for a bit and I said, I'm very afraid of heights. This other friend of mine said, I'm afraid of snakes. And some other cool dude, he said, oh, I'm afraid of covenant. Okay. But when this conversation was going on, I thought I should motivate my friends. And I stood up eloquently and I said, conquer your fears, be brave, race through. Little did I know that it would come back to me. Next day, we were playing a card game. And karma arrived, disguised as the card game. Whoever lost had to do a dare. And guess who lost? Yours. And this friend of mine, Harish, he very confidently stood up and said, we are going to the beach tomorrow and you are doing bungee jumping. Wait, what? Yes, you are doing bungee jumping. Listen, Harish, I know you hate me, but don't conspire to kill me, okay? You only gave such a bold speech about conquering your fears yesterday. Now lead with example. My pride did not let me back down. Okay, fine. So we all went to the beach the next day. Everything was fine until the instructor gave a consent form. We are not responsible if anything happens to you during the activity. We are not responsible if anything happens to you during the activity. Reality hit hard. My hands and legs started shaking. I thought of so many excuses. I think I have a bad stomachache. I think I shouldn't go. I think I caught a fever. Nothing worked. I got so scared that I wanted to call up my mom and confess all the lies I've told her all these years. I didn't know what to do. They gave all the gears, the helmets, the rope, the body gear, everything. And we had to climb a 60 feet ladder. I went step by step like I was climbing on my own funeral. I didn't know what to do. When we reached the podium, two of my friends went first. There was this instructor standing. He said, I'll count 1 till 3, you jump. First came my friend Harish, who got me into this mess. 1, 2, 3. Woohoo! Like as though he was having the time of his life. You remember that actor Siddharth from the movie Boys? That's exactly how his expressions were. He had a great time. Next went my friend Nirupa, who was my roommate, but she was also an athlete. 1, 2, 3. Yay! She did it as though she was doing a yoga pose. I was standing there thinking I am with the wrong set of friends. I shouldn't have come here. Then the instructor goes, you are going next. I'll count till 3, you jump. 1, 2, 3. I froze. I didn't move an inch. So many questions were in my head. What if the rope breaks away? What if I faint halfway? What if I die? Nothing happened. The instructor went again. 1, 2, 3. Still frozen like an ice. I looked at Harish. I was so angry and I said, if I ever come back, I am cutting your friendship. I'm never talking to you again. Now, by this time, the instructor was impatient. He said, if you don't go the next time I count, I'm pushing you. I was like, okay. Please wait, I'll go. 1, 2, 3. Ah! I screamed as though my heart came out. It was like as though I was screaming off the top of my voice. I shut my eyes so closely that I didn't want to open. But slowly, when I gathered the courage and I opened my eyes, it was a view that was worth flying for. I had the sea below my head, over my head, and the sky below my knees. An absolute stunning view. I wasn't falling, I was actually flying. When I came back to the podium, I went all the way to Harish. I held his hands tight and I said, thank you. And Harish said, don't make the fear of what could happen, make nothing happen. That message stuck with me. Years later, we lost touch, but whenever I get very scared, I remember that message from him. So to all my friends out here today, when life pushes you to that edge, don't freeze. Don't wait for someone to push you. Take the leap and jump. Because on the other side of fear is a view worth flying for. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmasters Upendra, for the lovely speech. It was truly inspiring. Moving on to the next speaker, we have Toastmaster Raja Annamalai. I'll just share an introduction about him. He is an IT professional who is working in a UK-based MNC bank in Chennai. His expertise spans ATM switch and debit card solutions. He has joined Medway at the start of this year to develop his interpersonal and communication skills, and he is passionate about being an impactful presenter and a powerful communicator. Before he starts his speech, I would request his evaluator, Toastmaster Abhirami, to share the project details.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters. Dear guests, Toastmaster Raja Annamalai is delivering his speech from the Level 1 project titled Evaluation and Feedback under the Motivational Strategies part. This project focuses on learning how to receive, reflect on and apply feedback effectively. In this stage, the speaker incorporates the feedback from their first speech to improve their content or delivery. Total timing is 5 to 7 minutes. All the very best to Toastmaster Raja.
Toastmaster Raja Annamalai. The topic of the speech is the Samurais Silent Arrow, Master Your Mind, Sharpen Your Focus. All yours.
Japanese legendary swordsman Miyamoto Musashi once said, if you want to win the battle, fight as if you are already dead. Imagine this, you are in a deep forest, a bamboo forest. The wind is whispering through the leaves, and there is a bow in your hand, and the sharp in your eyes there is a razor sharp focus, in your heart there is a silent. You release the arrow, so no sound, no rush, just purpose. In that moment, the samurai, that's the good moment of the samurai. So one breath, one aim, one mind, undivided. So that's the samurai's truth moment. So now fast forward today. So our minds are distracted or scattered in the multiple things. WhatsApp things, email pop-ups, office work, and also family demands, etc., etc. There are too many things on our plate, but too little to focus. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. A few months ago, I was leading a stressful project with the tight deadlines, back-to-back meetings, and stressful, lots of issues, back-to-back issues, and then firefighting always. I was jumbling between work, home, and everyone's observations and then expectations. But inside, I felt somewhat exhausted and scattered. So when I thought from my mind one night, so after a chaotic day, so when I asked myself, what am I really aiming for? So that's when it hit me hard. So I was throwing thousands of arrows, but none hitting. So everything was a failure because of the distractions and then unfocused things and all. So that's when I came across, and then there is I stumbled with one of the concept called samurai wisdom. It's nothing but the ancient principles of how the warriors shaped their focus, calm focus, and unshakable mindsets. So today I'm going to show you the 5 different techniques on how that is going to help us to transform and then to master your mind and also to sharpen your focus. So one of the things which I can I'll show you is Ichiran. Ichiran is nothing but one thought, one target. One thought, one target. So back in the days, earlier, I used to focus on many things. So I would sleep with my family, and then during the dinner time, so though I'm sitting with my family, physically present, my mind is always in the office. So whatever all the things which are going on throughout the day, and then pending tasks, and then next actions, etc., etc. So it was not, though the day is going to be end, but the work culture and then stressness, it was not releasing from our mind. So that's when I came with the concept of Ichinan. Ichinan is like so one thought, one target. So even though if you are focusing on the multiple things, so stay with one thing at a time with the mindfulness. So that means, so like when you are with a family, so from that moment I started, when I'm sitting with my family, I completely keep away my mobile phones, and I always stay with the family and spend quality time with them. So similarly, if I want to focus any of the work which is important task which I need to complete, so I used to go and snooze the alerts and then email notifications, and as well as sometimes I'll be putting offline my MS Team chat, so that I won't get disturbed by anyone, and then I'll be able to complete the task until it gets finished. So that's the first one I learned. So next one, Kenzo. Kenzo insight. Kenzo is nothing but an insight or seeing clearly. Seeing clearly is nothing but it's like how do you see the things truly, how it is. So you may be looking into the many things in your day-to-day life, but how you are looking. So multiple things. So you may be, so there are a number of things are going in the in your minds, but focusing on one particular thing on that particular day, that will help us to solve the problem. Then it goes to the Shugyo, refinement cut non-essentials. So refinement cut non-essential means you will have to focus on what is essential, and you will have to leave whatever is aside. So that means like at the time you will have to focus on the one thing. You may be focusing on the n number of things in a day. It may be like your emails will be coming, and then your office meetings and so many other things will be coming. So what I used to do, so I will be on the early morning when I wake up at first thing, I'll be focusing on one particular thing. So that means like cutting the non-essential things for that day. Zanzen, sustain the focus. Zanzen is nothing but a sustain the focus. Sustain the focus means, so you will have to focus on whatever you are doing for a particular task. If you are taking any particular task, you will have to focus and then finish it without any distraction, without any scattered or going into the someone jumping from here to there, doing multitasking. So for that I used to practice, there is a one particular technique called Pomodoro techniques. So 25 minutes I'll be doing the task, then followed by 5 minutes of break, then I'll be repeating. That's a Pomodoro technique. Then finally I come up with there is a Shinboku, trust the process. Whatever the process you do, you believe in your learning, believe in yourself, and then go ahead with whatever the task you are planning to do. That's all. So these are the 5 techniques in this samurai silent one. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raja Annamalai, for a very informative speech. I should now ask the timer to share the qualified speakers.
Both the speakers are qualified.
Thank you. So now we move to the table topics session. I shall introduce Toastmaster Priya. She is a senior manager in a healthcare company. When I had asked her what she thinks about collective responsibility, she said that all the members of the team are responsible for the success of the project. I would like to call upon Toastmaster Jagran to share her evaluation rates.
Thank you. Toastmaster Priya is delivering her active listening project from the pathway Persuasive Influence. It's a level 2 project. The purpose of this project is for the member to demonstrate her ability to listen to what others say. That's the one line purpose. All the very best.
I call upon Toastmaster Priya.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. All set ready for the table topics session? Yes? Strong S?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So, as a table topic master, the purpose is for me to facilitate the table topics, and I will be able to give opportunity for speakers as well as guests to practice their impromptu speaking. So, I'll introduce a topic and you will be provided 2 minutes of time to have your speech delivered. Okay, let's get started. Okay, first topic. If you could have dinner with 3 famous people, who would you choose? For this, I would like to call Toastmaster Shanmugavi. Toastmaster Shanmugh, if you could have dinner with 3 famous people, who would you choose? If you could have dinner with 3 famous people, who would you choose? Toastmaster Shanmugh.
Or even past people also.
Any person you feel like.
If I want to have a dinner with 3 famous people, first I want to dinner with Rajaraja Chola, the great Chola. He has ruled the most of the southern parts of the India. He has achieved lot of things. For example, his great thing is he has constructed a very big lake, Veeranarayanam. That was the man-made largest lake in the world that time. After that, so many construction, road transport like that. Now the people, they have closed that one. If they properly keep that one, we will not feel the water scarcity. That is one. The second thing, Mother Teresa. One time I have visited in Calcutta. Then I have visited that place. What I thinking, she is like goddess. I want to see her alive, but I wished at least I have a chance to visit her, the place where she was resided. The third thing, if I want to meet, that is Rajnikant. I like his style. Even though his politics, other things I don't like. Whenever I see him in the movie, I like him. That's why if I have the chance, I will have the dinner with this thing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was really interesting, from ancient Rajaraja Cholan and then coming to Mother Teresa, covering up the soft part of a person and coming, never fail to have fun. I want to have someone like Rajnikant also to be with, so that I cover all the things in my life and I can gain experience out of it. That was really nice. That's a very good combination of people that you have to. Thank you so much. Okay, next, moving on to the next topic. If you could make a law, what would the law be? So for this, I would like to call distinguished Toastmaster Sampath Sauraj.
Can you repeat the topic?
No, last week.
Okay. So, distinguished Sampath Saurarajan, if you could make a law, what would the law be? If you could make a law, what would the law be? Distinguished Toastmaster Sampath Saurarajan.
Good afternoon, table topic master, fellow Toastmasters and guests. First of all, let me ask, is there any lawyer here? Huh? No lawyer. Then I can speak the truth. What would that law be? She said. I would bring a law which will banish all lobbies. Because fair governance in every country of the world is hampered and manipulated because a small group or an individual wants his own personal gains over and above what is good for the country or for the people of the country. This concept of lobby is so bad. For anything, people casually accept this as a fact of life and say, somebody has lobbied for this. Particularly, USA is very famous for lobbying. I have heard some people saying that Indian government didn't do enough to lobby for what it wanted. Now it has become the problem of the other side. If you don't lobby, you are to blame. Those who are lobbying and doing the wrong things and getting unfair advantages, they are all okay. The persons who are not doing that, that is where the problem lies. If you remove lobbies, lobbies are different style. In India it may be a different style. In different countries it may be different style. If you remove the lobbies, what will come out? Really the good points will come out. Really good discussions will take place in parliament also, because nobody would have been influenced by lobbying by some other people or by paying money. So fair discussions will take place and then fair results will follow. Don't you think that's a nice way to run the world and run the governments of the world?
Yes.
It's a fair point to make, but I don't know how practical, but anyway, he started with whether any lawyers are here. But if that happens and if that is being given to our Indians, definitely that's going to be a very great change. So hope in future it may happen. Next topic. What is your favorite way to spend a day off? So for this I would like to call a guest. Guest Karthikeyan, can you please come?
Come, please.
You can just make a try.
Try.
Yes, come on. No worries. Hi. So, what is your favorite way to spend a day off? In a day off, what is your favorite way to spend it? Yes, Karthikeyan.
Hi, my name is Karthikeyan. I yearly wake up in 6 o'clock. Then I going to running, and then in weekend days, then I refresh and then going to the class. 2 hours of class and
TV.
Then I come to the room and watch the movies or any movies. Then afternoon I eat the lunch and then sleep the 2 hours. That is my day.
No biryani.
Watch YouTube channel.
Thank you so much. Usually it is the same normal way that everybody does, but he has something called running. He goes for running. That is really a thing which I never do. But you have a very good mix of things: running, taking care of health, sleep, and entertainment. A good mix. And now the Toastmasters also have happening for you, so it will spice up your day. Thank you. Okay, for the next topic, the next topic is how do you feel about clouds? So for this, okay, I can call maybe Toastmaster Venkatesan. So Toastmaster Venkatesan, what do you feel about clouds? How do you feel about clouds? Toastmaster Venkatesan.
Thank you for a nice topic. We went in Mona 2 years back with my colleagues. Then they told me that we are going to see the sunrise at early morning 5:30 in Mona. The jeep drive was horrible because I was holding my cell phone, the packet only. I was about to lose my cell phone also. But it was an enchanting feeling there on top of the mountain. Exactly, we saw the sunrise. It gives a positive feeling, whatever it is our problem, because our company has decided that working 24/7, your group can go to Munnar and enjoy, spend the money, we will pay for you. It was a nice, enchanting feeling. Early morning at 5:45 or 5:46, we saw the sunrise, the color, and we took photographs and we shared a lot of beautiful moments there. One of my friends was saying that the company should allow us with the family, then it is more enjoyable. I told my friend, my honest advice is we cannot enjoy it with the family like this, because my wife will complain about that driving in the rock. Even my son and my kids will say all these things. That's why we don't want to do that. We will enjoy the same trip after 2 years. We have informed the HR department also, they are obliged for that and they are planning for that in the next month. Thank you for the next talk.
What you told is really right, because I also face the same thing. Nowadays all companies are giving that engagement budgets and have their teams to enjoy, so that they have a luxury to have the enjoyment balanced with their work. And if you involve family, then each one will go and take care of their family. So what he told, I agree to that. And this way that you can have your time, self time, and have a pause from the work and then rejuvenate yourself and go ahead. Thank you so much for that. So next, we'll go to the next topic. Okay. This is something I like. Do you believe in ghosts? So I want to have Toastmaster Hema. Do you believe in ghosts? Hey, Toastmaster Hema.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters and dear guest. Until I was in school, yes, I was strongly believing there is a ghost existing. After, like, we all stayed in the first 6 months we stayed in the hostel. It was like Booth Bangla. You know, it's an inner hostel that is in Edo. For 6 months I was staying there. They have given me, all 4 were very naughty. To punish us, they have put us in the cage, like the terrace, where nobody used to be there. So only in the end they have a room, rest of the place are like, you know, lots of waste are kept over there. So every night we want to go to use the restroom, we all pray. Especially me, I pray. Rama, 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 Shri Rama, Jai Shri Rama, Anjaneya, Anjaneya, Anjaneya. Like, this is every time while going and coming, I'm the only one who used to say. Rest are scared, they don't show, but I used to, top of my voice, I used to make a noise and just go. So this was like an everyday affair. One fine day, one of my friends, like, she was talking about the ghost story. Every night we just discuss about the story that is going to be the ghost story. So I used to be I was very scared initially. So over the time I had decided, no, that's okay, even the ghost exists, I have to live with something is coexisting, I have to believe and I have to move around. So that is how my experiences, even today I believe while watching TV, I want to enjoy that, yes, all that things I do, like my kids, I enjoy it, still ghosts are existing, but that's okay, they're harmless, that's what I feel.
Yeah, just like Eva, I'm also very much scared of ghosts. I don't even see haunted movies at all. Even if my friends pose, I put my earplugs and I will listen something else in the theater. As you, Hema, you told when you were in child, I was also having that childhood problem of ghosts. I never go into dark places. But as maturity comes, I am a big ghost man. It is more dangerous than me or not. No issues. I can handle it. So that kind of mentality came. Okay, so that was interesting, and let's go to the next one. What's the most important quality in a true friendship? So for this, let me call Toastmaster Amrita. So Toastmaster Amrita, what's the most important quality in a friendship?
Friendship itself is so special. Everybody has their own special friend, and there is some quality in them that they really value. But when it comes to my perspective, I think the most important quality in a friend should be that they're always there for you. Previously it used to, like when you're growing up, your best friends are people in your school, your neighborhood, and then when you grow up, you have college friends. Once you become an adult, those people with whom you had good friendships, you move away to other different corners of the world. But thanks to social media and internet, now we can still be in touch with those friends. So I find that one of my friends is in Dubai, another friend is in Bangalore, another friend is in the US. And even though we don't meet each other for like 5 years, 7 years, 11 years, 20 years, the minute you get a message from them, you get the same feeling of closeness. And all that comes from just, even if you had like just a 1 year friendship with them where it was, you had spent a lot of time together and you were there for each other. That's what makes a relationship come alive anytime you hear from them or hear about them after many, many years. So of all the friends that I cherish, the people who I'm very close to are the ones who have always been there for me, especially during the tough times in my life. So that's the quality I cherish most in friends. Thank you.
Thank you. It was quite emotional for me as well when it comes to friends, because a lot of miracles happen. As Amrita told in our life, my life also happened, a lot of miracles with my friends. And wherever you leave your friends, school friends, as she told, the social media has helped us. Where we left, we start from there. Even if it is like 5th standard or 10th standard, when we see them in the social media, some years, 10 years, 15 years back also, we go back to that age and we speak just like that. So those are the things technology has given us to maintain a friendship. It was really nice. Okay, next one. Yeah, this is quite a little tricky. Should you eat pizza with your hands or with a knife and fork? For this, should I call Toastmaster Jayashree? Should you eat pizza with your hands or with knife and fork?
I'm someone who never likes pizza. And to have that on the table, to whether to eat it with knife or to hand, how does it matter if I don't want to have something? In life, there are certain choices that even if it comes to you, you can still make a choice whether you want to go for it or not. Be it a pizza, be it a course that you want to do, or be to join something that which you wish to do, but there are choices that which you don't want to really do. Be it someone whom you want to marry, but then you have some obstacles over there. So it's also about what do you think, what choice that you make in life. Be it can be a knife that can be supporting for you to have that pizza which you don't even want to have, right? Same way, it can be a course way, which I wanted to join computer science, but my parents forced me to join biology at one point in time. If I had that choice, if I had the courage to take that choice at that point in time, probably I would have pursued computer science at a later point in time. So be it a contest, be it a meeting speech or a role that which you wanted to do, there could be something like pizza that which is there which you don't even want to do. Coming to a Toastmasters meeting, there could be some other work that could be there happening at your home. But it's about the choice that which you wanted to do. Have it be it a knife or hand, but what you wish to have on that day, what you wish to do on that day matters the most. Thank you.
That's the final thing, guys. Let it be you like it or not, you do it in the way you wanted to do. So that is the moral, and that is what she has given it. Let it be, as she told, a contest or a meeting. She always gives the way she would like to give. Okay, next topic. Okay, this time let me call a guest, and the topic is are leaders born or made? So can I have guest Chandra Balaji? Please come. Okay, we can take this. Is feeling well, we can go for a next. Okay, this one. What is your favorite childhood book? Can I have guest Satyamurthy? Gentlemen, can you please come forward? If Satyamurthy is not able.
Oh, me?
Yes, please. So, hi, your good name?
My name is Jagan.
Jagan.
Jagannath.
Okay. I like this name today very much.
Square, Jagan Square.
Why do you have this name? Yeah, I'll sure give you your topic. What is your favorite childhood book? guest speaker.
Okay. Good afternoon, good evening. Um, to be honest, I didn't have a favorite book. I was not much of a reader, but I was digging a lot on Malayalam Manorama. My father used to have it in the shelf. He didn't want me to read for some reason, but he ensured that I saw that book every day. So I just took it up. There's a very beautiful section in between that has all the flags and the countries and the capital there in between amidst the digest. So I was not very interested or curious about the digest, but I was very curious about the flags. It was like a discovery for me. And then it later on led my interest into social science, which I was never able to become a social scientist. Now I'm an engineer. That's the tragedy of the Indian middle class. But I do have side quests in social science. But coming back to that, it is Malayalam Manorama, and then that led me to my interest in some of the atlas books that my father used to have. I go on to understanding how the world looks like. All of this is second or third or fourth standard. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, this is
One small glimpse of one page have led his interest, and he was able to understand like he is interested in something else. And if you could see that this shirt is also having a map in it, and he loves all that. That exhibits it. If you are going to continue reading books, you will discover so many things, believe me. But thank you for that. Thank you for your experience. And we'll go with the next speaker. Okay. Would you buy an electric car, and why? For this, let me call upon Toastmaster Naren. Toastmaster Naren, would you buy an electric car? Yes or no? Why?
Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, a very good afternoon to all of you. First of all, I don't own an electric vehicle, and I'm not sure if my answer will be politically correct, but there are a lot of people who pitch for electric vehicles and say that this actually saves the environment, this reduces the carbon emission and whatnot. But have you ever wondered, where does that electricity come from? Right? So that is predominantly produced in some nuclear power station, which also contributes to the pollution of the environment. So the more we drive the electric car around, the more we consume electricity, the more we burn all the fuels that cause the electricity. So in essence, we're just shifting the problem from one place to another. We are actually not solving it. So when do we truly have this independence from this pollution? When we start harnessing solar power. But of course, we still have a long way to go in that area, but we have made some progress as the entire humanity, and hopefully in future, instead of EV powered cars, we'll have solar powered cars. Of course, there are a lot of obstacles in implementing that, but if it becomes a reality, then that will truly solve the problem of energy crisis. So until then, for people who say I drive electric vehicle to save the environment, I'm sorry, you don't.
When the answer A, B option is given, Naren always comes with the option C, that is out of the box kind, and obviously yes, that is the new thing that they are trying on the solar, and hope it comes. Of course, it has disadvantages, but it will really be a big miracle for the world. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Let's get into the last topic, maybe. Okay. Do actions speak louder than words? Do actions speak louder than words? Guest? What's your name? Can you try this? Yeah. I couldn't hear your name.
Shrikesh.
Shrikesh. Okay. Hi, Shrikesh. Okay, your topic is, do actions speak louder than words?
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Good evening. And other guests. Action speaks louder than words. This might be true because the person who is speaking all the time, saying junk about all the things, but he does not do it in action, it doesn't mean anything. For a true leader, the action is more important than his words. Speaking less and doing more action is more preferable than speaking more and doing less action. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, we do have actually we have more of actions happening here, as you told, because seeing our leaders or mentors doing those actions, we are learning. So even before they say and how to do it, they show how to do it. That is more easier way for us to learn and do it, right? So I think that is what you will be trying to tell. Thank you so much for that. Let's get into another topic. Okay. Do you believe in fate? So who shall I call? Can you try? Yes, please. Your good name? Your good name?
Satya.
Satya, okay. Yes, Satya. Satya.
Yeah. Good evening, one and all. My name is Satya. So today is the first day I've come here. And do you believe in fate? Yes. Sometimes, irrespective of how you try, whatever you try, if it's not destined, then, it's okay. Accept it and move on. So it's okay to believe in fate and do change or adapt accordingly. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Accepting and moving forward, that are two strong words that you have told, which is very much required for everyone here and mostly for me to accept and move on. That is my WhatsApp status too, so I really like that one. Okay, let me get into another. This is an interesting one. Is artificial intelligence threat to humanity? Who would like to take this topic? Can you please?
Raja.
Raja. For guest. Okay, guest Raja. Is artificial intelligence a threat to humanity?
So when computers were introduced, like people thought like computers were a threat to the humanity. Actually, what happened was it enriched our day-to-day life. It got like a lot of value. So similarly, the artificial intelligence is going to make us like add more value to the life. The thing is like people who are going to adapt it, they will thrive, and the people who are not ready to adapt, people who are complaining about it, or they are going to lag behind. So what's going to happen is what I feel.
Thank you. For your thoughts. Yes, and it is a very big debate, cannot be structured in 2 minutes of the craft work, but still it is a good fortune or a good blessing, as well as it is something worsening also. Let's try, as he told, whether it is going to be a good for us or it is going to be a threat for us. We have to wait and see. Thank you so much for your thoughts. And with this, the table topic session is being over. Thank you. I'd like to have the timer to tell us our qualified speakers for table topics. I request the speakers to raise a hand as the name is being listed.
Toastmaster Sangam will Toastmaster Sampath Sauraj sir, guest Kartikeyan, Toastmaster Venkateshan, Toastmaster Hema, Toastmaster Amrita, Toastmaster Jayashree, guest Jagan, Toastmaster Naren, they are qualified.
Thank you. Thank you everyone. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priya, for a fun and engaging Toastmaster table topic session. So now we should move to the general evaluation. So I request the three to share this. I also request for the voting of the speaker and the table topics speakers voting.
Thank you very much, Chiamodi. Evaluations part, I'm not going to pontificate because I respect time, is one half. Question to us is, when you perform, we improve, or how else do we improve? Through feedback, absolutely. Therefore, this is a session the performers and others are going to get the feedback. Specific to Toastmasters and special to Toastmasters are 3 mirrors we hold. We have the patents for that. And before they come in, we will get into the specifics of the speeches that have been prepared and delivered. The first speech was by Toastmaster Supraja, and to evaluate that, we have Toastmaster Rohit. Toastmaster Rohit, very, very briefly, is a son of the soil and more. He is among us probably closest to the soil. He likes farming. He is an IT expert, multiple experiences I know, because every time we call up, he says he's in a flight from a different place. And Toastmaster Rohit is one of the veterans. We have been together for years. And to do this evaluation honor, over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, sir. Very good afternoon. I'm back again. If anybody has to get rid of acrophobia, acrophobia is a fear of heights. Now you know what to do. Get into bungee jumping. I can draw similarities with what my target speaker spoke to in delivered speech. 15 years ago, since I was suffering from acrophobia, this is what somebody suggested, that you will have to take bungee jumping, at least try bungee jumping, so they can get over the fear of heights. So this is what happened, but to some extent it helped me out, but still I haven't got over the fear of heights. Versus when you are flying. Well, not flying, when you are on the flight. Okay. So Toastmasters Supraja, more or less you have covered most of the components of what is required of you to deliver in your project. I would say that when it comes to clarity, yes, you were quite clear. Every sentence, what you spoke, it was well clear, and everybody could understand, comprehend what you were trying to convey. And vocal variety, I did see that you had put in a lot of effort in your vocal variety that showed up in where you had your dialogue with your friends Nirupa and Harish. That showed up, and then moving on to your eye contact, yes, your eye contact was mainly towards people in the front, but you look like you ignore the people right in, I mean, at the distance right at the back, but you then connect with people sitting right in the first 2 rows and also on the sides. Okay, so at least to some extent you could have covered most of the people in the room. And gestures, yes, you did have you did put in your effort in your gestures. You could see that the way you had your dialogues with your friends. And audience awareness, yes, I could see that people were captivated with whatever you said, whatever you delivered, and also when every other person, when you were trying to enact how your friends were screaming when they were pushed out of the bungee jumping ramp. So everybody was there trying to figure out how you would scream when you were on the bungee jumping. So to some extent, I think that left people a bit disappointed because you didn't scream like how your friends scream. Okay, yeah. Otherwise, when it comes to Intel's question, yes, everybody, as I said, it was captivating speech, and everybody glued on to what we were trying to convey. And yes, yes, and you're quite eloquent. It looked like you are a very seasoned speaker, though you're quite new to Toastmasters. You see, like you are very fluent and very comfortable in front of the audience. Thank you. Over to you, G.
Thank you very much. So then we move on to the second evaluation. The second evaluation is by Toastmaster Abhirami Ayadure, the Toastmaster who travels 400 kilometers a week to be here with us. On a serious note, she said, and I'm not responsible, she's a lifelong learner with a flair for numbers. No wonder she's a chartered accountant. She is also an explorer at heart, and she's on a journey to turn thoughts into impactful words and ideas into meaningful connections. I asked her, what do you want to be if you had a chance? She says, a sports psychologist in a rural sports academy, empowering young athletes with not just techniques, but mental strength to believe they can, no matter where they come from. Every word. As for the collective responsibility, I must compliment the TMOD straight away. There is unity of thought in understanding the theme of the day. Says she, collective responsibility has to be matched with individual accountability, else collective becomes an excuse. Well said. Over to you, ma'am, to evaluate the second speech, that of Toastmaster Raja.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. Toastmaster Raja Annamlai, you began your speech with the bold Japanese quote, to win any battle, fight us if you are already dead. That line instantly grabbed attention, and from there you took on a thoughtful journey about mastering the mind and staying focused. Here are the things I really liked in your speech. First, your core message was strong and relevant. In today's world, where we all juggle 100 things, you reminder to have one aim, one mind, undivided, truly. Second, I appreciate the way you shared 5 samurai techniques. They were clear, practical, and easy to relate to. Each one made me reflect. Third, your delivery was calm and composed, which matched your theme. You had a strong pace, confident stage presence, and your language was simple yet eloquent. Easy to follow, but deep in meaning. Now, here are the few things you can improve. Your tone stayed the same throughout the speech. A little vocal variety, like passing before a key point or adding energy when introducing each samurai technique, can help keep the audience more engaged. I noticed your props were placed on the side, which is hard for the video to capture your props. Just placing them more centrally next time. Even for me also it's very hard because I'm very short, I'm not able to see what you have placed. So just if you place centrally next time, and you will make sure your delivery is both seen and recorded well. Finally, the ending felt a bit abrupt. You had a powerful opening quote, and bringing that back at the end would have given the speech a strong, satisfying closure. So overall, your speech was meaningful, well structured, and elegantly delivered. With a just more bit energy in your voice and stronger closing line, your message will not only land, it will stay with us. Thank you.
The third and the last evaluator on a day when we had only 2 speeches, because Toastmasters project was happened to be table topics. We enjoyed the table topics. She did her project. And to evaluate that project, calling Toastmaster Jagan, very cryptic. Describe yourself. optimistic, contented software developer, musician. End of story. Given a second chance, this is revealing. Given a second chance, what would you like to be doing? He would like to be a scientist studying quantum physics in Harvard. How truth has its own way of coming out. And as to the theme of the day, he said lack of collective responsibility creates problem. There we are. Over to Toastmaster Jagan to evaluate today's table.
I've never been this excited to deliver an evaluation because I get to evaluate 13 short speeches, not by the table topic speakers, but by the table topic master. 13 short speeches of 30 seconds each, right after each table topic speaker. And it's so interesting how she reacted to each and every speaker. Now I've noted all of them. I know what you guys spoke, I know what she spoke, but there are a couple of things, 3 important things that I see. This project is active listening. It is for the member to demonstrate his or her ability to listen to what others say. That's the one-line purpose. The first thing that I saw, again, I'm not evaluating the session, which means whether the topics were good. No, that's not my scope. Whether she shared to us what is a table topic session, that's not. As I said, the 13 short speeches that she gave, that is my scope. And starting with affirmative statements. After every speech, they were affirmative statements. One, sometimes they were confirming to the speaker, once confronting the speaker, but mostly comforting the speaker. Now these are 3 ways of how you agree with the speaker. Sometimes, okay, I want to challenge you. These are taking things from the speakers and demonstrating your ability that you have understood the speaker's content. So kudos to you, because all the 13 I can categorize between these 3: comforting, confronting, and confirming. So 3 things. The second thing is she showed interest while not only while delivering this speech, but also while calling the speakers. Now this is a practice that we have in Medley, that we say this is the topic and we call the speakers. So there was always a smile, and that also communicates to the speaker. As soon as she comes on stage, as soon as she was on stage, she smiled. And that has been a trademark quality for Priya, that every time she's on, she smiles. And today, it added more value. Since you're doing the role of a table topic speaker, you are going to define the destiny of a next world champion. So kudos to you for showing interest in the speaker. The third thing is there was a lot of connection. For example, when you were able to connect to a speaker when they spoke about friendship, when they spoke about fate. And I want to quickly give this. She slowly and subtly gave a pat on the back to read more. To one of the guest speakers, she said, read more, you are going to discover more. And I was like, oh, how could you do that? It was so beautiful. Now, where could you have done better? Listening most often happens as conversations. Thereby, especially when we have guests, if you sat here, because you're calling them on stage, we as table topic master, we are responsible for bringing the people on stage, and thereby they will have conversation with us, especially guests. For Toastmasters, they would know, okay, I have to talk to all the audience, but for guests, they would want to have conversation with us, and thereby when they struggle, when there is a bit of hesitation, when they don't know what to talk about, it is your responsibility as the other side in the conversation to be able to nudge them. Slightly intervene here. Maybe just one moment. Could you talk about this? Could you talk about that? So because you wonderfully handled one guest who did not want to speak, you could have also handled other guests who, okay, one moment. That would have added strength to their confidence. That would have added courage to them. So overall, you had affirming statements, you showed interest, you had connection. If this conversational sense of listening you could improve, that's an area of improvement. All the very best.
Thank you very much. There we have the 3 evaluations. We now move on to the 3 mirrors. The mirrors are held by the 3 tag players, and let's have them one by one. The timer, the qualified speeches and table topics have been cleared already. So here he's calling the timer for his timer's report.
once again. This I'm going to read the people who have spent the time, and as I already told, the gate speakers will have always a common thing that they end up on time. So starting with the speech, table topic, Toastmaster Supraja has completed almost 7 minutes 5 seconds, and Toastmaster Raja Namre has 7 minutes 30 seconds. About the table topic, active listening, Toastmaster Priya have completed 34 minutes and 15 seconds. Toastmaster Sanmugam sir has completed 1 minute 54 seconds. Distinguished Toastmaster Sampath Saurajan sir has completed 2 minutes. Guest Karthikeyan has completed 1 minute. Toastmaster Venkatesan has taken 1 minute 38 seconds. Toastmaster Hema has taken 1 minute 40 seconds. Toastmaster Amrita has taken 1 minute 28 seconds. Toastmaster Jayashree has taken 1 minute 26 seconds. Guest Jagan James has taken 1 minute 30 seconds. Toastmaster Narayan has taken 1 minute 23 seconds. Guest Srikesh has taken 55 seconds. Guest Satya has taken 30 seconds. Guest Raja has taken 30 seconds. In evaluations, Toastmaster Rohit has taken 3 minutes 5 seconds. Toastmaster Amrita has taken, Abhirami has taken 2 minutes 21 seconds. Toastmaster Jagan has taken 3 minutes 30 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you very much. May I call upon the counter to give her a count. Toastmaster Hari.
I'm going to read out the report of the repeated words that have been used. Toastmaster Supraja used and few times, once. Toastmaster Raja Annavai had repeated use of so, and he also used etc. a few times. Toastmaster Kritika used as filler words several times throughout her speech. Toastmaster Shanmugavel used twice. Toastmaster Priya during her table topic session used but few times as filler word, and several crutch words were used like but, and repeated use of I. Distinguished Toastmaster Sampath Saurirajan had an eloquent and clear speech. Guest Karthikeyan used then and I repeatedly. Toastmaster Venkatesan used and once as a filler word. Toastmaster Hema had few times of filler word and filler sounds used like so. Toastmaster Amrita used and but so as filler words. Toastmaster Alagiri did not have any filler words or filler sound used during his speech. Toastmaster Anuradha used and few times. Toastmaster Jayashree used once, be it as a repeated phrase. Guest Jagan used several times. Toastmaster Jagan had a clear and eloquent speech. Toastmaster Nari used twice, so once. Guest Srikesh used once. Guest Satya used several filler words, so, and, you know, Guest Raja used so, like few times. Toastmaster Pradeep used as filler sound several times, and also Distinguished Toastmaster used and once. Toastmaster Rohit used so, and several times during his speech, evaluation speech. Toastmaster Abhirami Ayadure used as filler sound several times, and so once. With this I conclude the R counter report.
Thank you very much. We now have the third, the tag team, Remarian Arigidi. Toastmaster Arigidi.
Good evening, everyone. Here comes my Remarian report. Word of the day used by Toastmaster Supraja, Toastmaster Rohit, Toastmaster Abhirami, Toastmaster Harini. Kudos to all of you. I hope we all learned many phrases, words, sayings today. The words, phrase, quotes are Toastmaster Suprata used, my pride did not let me down, reality hit hard. When life pushes, don't freeze, don't need someone to push you. And Toastmaster Raja Annamalai used, if you want to win the battle, you must fight as if you are already dead. Our mind distracted and scattered in multiple things. Thousands of pharaohs, but none hitting. One thought, one target, refinement that non-essentials, believe in yourselves. And distinguished Toastmaster Sampath Saurirajan sir used manipulated. Toastmaster Jaisyan Naren used obstacles. Toastmaster Rohit used acrophobia. And Toastmaster Jagan used affirmative statement and destiny. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We, sir, Ramiri. The GE's report, let me start with what we didn't see. I noticed that the VPE was kept on his toes till this morning, which is not the pleasantest of things to say. We will look at remedial measures. At the meeting, I noticed that at about 2:30, and when I came, the Sergeant-at-Arms was already at work, and most things were in place. I thought that is commendable. As to the Sergeant-at-Arms, he also created 2 laughs in a minute, which is a prescribed requirement for humorous speeches, right? So congratulations for that bonus you gave us. And the presiding officer started off with a very interesting parallel between yoga and Toastmasters. And I counted 7 of them. I thought that was miraculous. I mean, I never thought about that. So compliments. And she also called 2 guests and promised the others, very important, promised the others what to expect. Generally forgotten, I thought that was very well remembered and executed. As for the Toastmaster of the day, do you know that she broke her ice in this role for the first time she's doing it? So, therefore, what I like most about her thinking process was the theme she gave. If you notice, all the people I asked for their understanding, they came up with 2 common words. One is collective responsibility. Second is individual accountability. So mathematically correct, absolutely. And that I'm so glad that brought us together. That brings me to another topic, which is another aspect, which is why are we doing introductions? We do introductions for 2 things. One, to G them up. They feel like when you call a boxer's name, he comes already pumped up. So that's one. Second is, the theme of the day is the Toastmasters theme, but it's not her property. How do we get others to contribute? That's where we ask questions, collect that information, and deliver it when we introduce each role player. There, I'm going to add, I'm not going to do any sandwich technique, I'm going to do pizza being famous today. There, I think we could do better. That's one area where we can improve. We can make people feel better, get more info. That's one. Second thing I liked was, today, table topics dominated. Not just by the time. I thought a lot of things went right there. One, you saw life in microcosm. You know the kind of topics discussed? From political things like lobbying to how to make children, grow up the way you want them without telling them. Lots of things happened there. And people were very introspective. I must also add, when they asked, what would you be if you have a second chance? That also reveals the inner self. So today, for me, life at large, people, what motivates them. That was the common theme I saw today, beyond the speeches which were fine. I only have one more suggestion, just to consider. Evaluations. Of course, both the evaluators brought up the good points, motivated them. I go with the principle of a little summary, so you know what it is, like a headline. Then content, break the speech into content and delivery. If you don't want to deal with something, but this order helps in some ways. And suggestions, and end with the summary. So these are 2 areas I thought we can do even better. Medley standards are good, but we can even do better. So overall, let me say that I felt nice taking the top tier, the first seat here. Timing-wise, where are we? Where is the familiar clock? It's not there. What's the time now?
36. 4:36.
4:36. So let's collectively give applause to all the role players and for the audience for cooperating. With that, let me hand you back to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you for your valuable feedback, General Evaluator. I shall request the audience to please vote for the best speakers, the best table topic speakers, and the time players. We should now move on to the special session, which will be hosted by the past president, Toastmasters Savada. I request you to come on the stage. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. A very good evening to my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, during today's meeting, SAA and the presiding officer mentioned about the Toastmaster International mission. It is to empower the individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. When I initially joined Medley, accepting leadership roles like contest chair, milestone chair, nurtured my leadership skills, and that later enabled me to take up new leadership roles. So, Toastmasters provides several leadership avenues. So, in today's special session, I would like to conduct a quiz to assess the knowledge about our members, whether they know about these leadership positions and responsibilities. Because I understood these positions and I had this knowledge only when I became Vice President Membership and Vice President Education. So probably the guests may not be able to participate in this quiz, but definitely they will know what are the leadership avenues available in Toastmasters. Now I would like to categorize the entire audience into 3 groups. Group, you don't need to move. Group A is all Toastmasters who have Toastmasters experience less than 1 year. Can you raise your hands? So they all form Group A. And Group B will be Toastmasters with 1 to 2 years of experience. Yes? And Group C will be all Toastmasters above 2 years of Toastmasters experience. Now the 2 main rules are all the questions will be first directed to Group A. If they are not able to attempt, then it will be subsequently forwarded to Group B and then to Group C. And if any group, if you know the answer, kindly raise your hands, and the first preference would be given to the youngest Toastmaster in terms of their Toastmasters experience. So anybody giving the right answers can take a chocolate from this box. So let's get started with the quiz. Are you all ready?
Yes.
Any clarifications needed about, yes?
How many chocolates
should we form groups?
Should we sit accordingly?
Not necessary. All questions are first to Group A only. If they don't know, nobody is opting from Group A, then it is passed to Groups B.
Group A members, do they discuss and give you the answer or?
No, individual. It is for individual answers. No discussion. If you discuss, then you have to share the chocolate.
Let them raise their hands so
Yeah,
we know.
you have to raise the hands. No need to say the answer. Only I will choose the person who has less experience. So, person with less experience will be given the first chance to give the answer. Okay. Any more clarity? Yes, Jiban.
So since you said groups, I thought of bantering and.
No discussions. No discussions. Okay. First question. Listen to the questions carefully because some questions may have two sub questions. Okay. The first question to Group A. How many ExCom officers roles are there and what are they? Please raise your hands. This is for Group A. Yes, Supraja. Supraja is given first option.
6.
Get up and answer.
PPPR, VP Education, President, Secretary, Treasurer.
You can try.
Easy one. Sergeant.
Sergeant. But there are actually 8. The IPP also belongs to ExCom, but being a new member, she gave 7 roles.
And part of it.
Second question, again to Group A, listen carefully. When does the Toastmaster year begins? You have to tell the starting date and the ending date of the Toastmaster year. Group A, anybody wanted to attempt this question? Narayan belongs to Group B. Yes.
You belong to Group B.
Group A. Okay, Narayan. Starting date and ending date, exactly.
July 1st of the current year and then June 30th of the next year.
Exactly. Give him
We will promote him to Group B.
No, in 1 week, 2 weeks time is.
No, August I will become member of Group B.
Fine. So, question 3. What are the Toastmaster membership renewal terms? Anyone from Group A? Renewal terms. What is the duration? Membership renewal. Alagiri, you want to attempt? Okay. Which month to which month and then which month to?
Term.
The term. 2 terms we renew. Raja Annamale. Raja Annamale, please try.
August to 2 months.
August to? Okay, Siddham. Anybody else want to try? Group A, Group B? Yes, sir.
January to July.
Harini, please.
April to September.
Okay.
And then November to March.
October. Okay.
Middle is not paying any fees.
4th question. What are the different contests conducted in a club? Alagiri. Specifically tell me what are the contests, how many contests are conducted in a year, Toastmaster year, and what are they? In club level.
Each contest.
Specific, I wanted the name.
I'm not understanding the question.
These are the contests that are conducted at club level every year. Anybody else want to try? Raja Annamale?
International speech contest, table topics speech contest, and humorous, if I'm not wrong, humorous speech contest.
There is one more.
Evaluation.
Yes, right.
Sir, yes, you wanted to add anything?
Tall tale contest, taped contest.
Yes, sir. But it,
In a club, we had a general
there are
club in a
two.
club.
Yeah, tall tale is there. I am not witnessed.
Because we can
one.
conduct tall
Okay, you
tale
can share.
in the place of one or the other.
And complete the
Top table contest is for unrestricted clubs.
Videotapes.
That is for unrestricted club. When new clubs are starting in a place which is not restricted as of that time.
Why that is not regularly conducted?
They tape in front of the officers and then send the tape and they judge it and then give prize.
What is it called, sir? Tape. Tape contest.
Share chocolate. Thanks for the clarification. Yes, very well.
Thank you, sir.
Good.
Fifth question. What are the types of judges involved in a contest? Different judges involved in a contest. Group A, Abhirami.
Voting judge, chief judge.
One more. Anybody else want to attempt?
He is voting judge only, special voting.
Special, you need to know that. One more.
Both judges will be there in case of anybody taking the same point.
There is name for
There is a name for it.
Anyone want to attempt?
It should come in business format.
Group C. Second.
The tiebreaker.
Tiebreaker.
Abhirami also deserves chocolate.
Sixth question.
That's a lot of lobbying happening.
The law has to be passed now. Okay. Can someone tell the hierarchy in Toastmasters beyond club? Beyond club, what is the levels? Please raise your hand. Supraja.
Club, area, division, district, region, international.
Oh, good.
Promoter also.
Seventh question. Group A. What is our area and how many areas are there in our division? Listen to the question carefully. What is our area and how many areas are there in our division? Ayagiri?
Promote him first from group 1.
Somebody promote it. Raja Anamli.
C3 group B. C3.
C3.
And how many areas?
In our division.
I think 7.
Wrong. Naren?
Five areas.
What are the areas?
Area C1, C2, C3, C4.
Yes.
Trick question.
Yes, everybody should know that. Next question, similar question. What is our division and how many divisions are there in our district? Please listen to the question and raise your hands. What is our division and how many divisions are there in our district? Group A.
No, Naren will shift to group B.
Group C.
Pramod.
We are division C, and there are 9 divisions with I being the greatest.
Yes. Correct. Me too. Next question, listen carefully. What does DCP stands for? DCP, and how many goals are there in DCP? What is DCP and how many goals are there? Group A, Group B, I'll directly go to Group B. DCP stands for?
Distinguished Club Program.
Okay. How many goals?
How many points?
How many goals are there in DCP? Distinguished Club Program. Rejected.
10.
Try exactly. Can someone tell what are the categories of DCP goals? 10 goals are there. How they are categorized? They are categorized under 4 subheadings. Anybody can try that? There are 10 goals that any club has to achieve during their Toastmaster year, and they are categorized into 4 subgroups. Yes, sir. Sampath, sir. Nobody else?
6 goals for education, 2 for membership, 1 for training, 1 for administration.
Yes. Eleventh question. When does district recognize a club as distinguished club? So, when is a club recognized as a distinguished club? How many goals they have to achieve for a club to recognize as distinguished club? This is very important. The main aim of the district is to make all the clubs distinguished. So, till how many goals you have to fulfill to become a distinguished club? Anyone? There are only 10 goals. So, how many goals have to be achieved to become distinguished club? Naren?
7.
9.
5. Jayashri Kurgan. Yes, sir.
It is this recognized by the international, not by the.
Okay. Sorry for that. So 5 goals, if achieved, the club becomes distinguished. 7, select distinguished, and 9, president distinguished.
There is some additional thing coming up now?
Smedley. And you fulfill all 10 goals. Last year, it is recognized as Smedley, and we got Smedley distinguished. Next question. What are the top 3 leadership positions in district named? We call it as trios. What are they? How do you name them? I don't want the person's name. What is their position name? Agri, you want to try? I don't want the name of the member. I want the
director, club growth director.
Okay, we'll pass it on to Raja Annamalai.
Program quality director.
District Director, Program Quality Director, and Club Growth Director. What is the next leadership role beyond District Director? Anybody can try? Next leadership role beyond District Director. Yes, sir, Narendra.
Regional advisor.
Region advisors, correct. What is the highest leadership? What is the highest leadership position in Toastmasters International? Yes, Pramod?
International president.
International president. Who is the international president? Current international. Anybody can try? Amrut? Correct. Both of them reports. One more? It's fine? One more question? Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pravda, for a fun and lively quiz. I would like to invite the President, Toastmaster Anuradha, to come to this stage. Thank you, dear Modi. Toastmaster Pratika.
So I like to appreciate the collective efforts of all the members of Medley Toastmaster Club, and a special appreciation for the guests who involve themselves in our TT topics and make us feel like you are in our family. Thank you so much for that. And it's time for recognition First time role player, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Kritika. I think we have invited all the members, all the guests in the beginning and also during PT. So shall we go for the awards? And before that, today we had a good meeting with a lot of message from the speakers, and also we felt mindfulness during TT session and during evaluation, and excellent observation by the TAC team, and special thanks to Toastmaster Pravda for conducting this special session. We involved all the members and you educated us with the current things which is needed for us. Thank you so much. So now I would like to give the award for the Star of the Month, May month. Any guess Star of the Month for the month of May? Toastmaster Venkateshan. That's what I told you. No surprise for you. Rising Star of the Month is Toastmaster Suresh Kumar. It's not available, we'll hand over later. Best tax role player goes to Toastmaster Harini. Congratulations. Best TT speaker goes to Toastmaster Amrita. Best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Jagan. Best role player goes to distinguished Toastmaster Thomas T. Abraham. Best speaker goes to the person who died, Toastmaster Supraja. So thank you once again for all of you for investing your time for your growth, and it's a collective effort. So thank you so much. With this, I adjourn the meeting number 837. Sorry, I forgot to tell you. So next, Jayashree, elect VPM Jayashree will be the better person to explain this. Please come.
And please don't mind, the time is 1 minute left.
Okay, sir.
Then
So we will be having a member interest survey form that's rolled out to understand the members' goals and the interest. What do they want to achieve in Toastmasters? What do they like to do? So based on that, your interest and goal will help you in progressing your Toastmasters journey. So the link will be shared via WhatsApp group. You can include your mentor, discuss with them, and then try to fill it so that you get a better understanding of how a goal can be constructed, what are the objectives that can help you in chasing your goals, and having to work closely with your mentor will help you to fill that form in a better way. So the form link will be open for a week, it's a week's time, and after a week, which is the next Saturday meeting, we'll all come together and discuss about the questions that which you have filled, or if you have any other further questions, feel free to message me in WhatsApp, or we can discuss it on the next meeting, right? That being said, the new team will look into the results, whatever you have filled. We'll plan for the next course of actions for the next 6 months and try to support you in achieve that goals forward. So take the best use of this time and take the 10 minutes of time to fill this form order.
Now I request members and the guests come and join us for the snacks. Today to celebrate Yoga Day, we have arranged healthy snacks, golukattai and vada homemade. Please join us.
But no yoga session.
No yoga session.